And the topic at stake here is 10 reasons why you should not remove your gallbladder. The gallbladder is a reservoir. It reserves the bile. And before the bile can work beautifully, it needs to be in the gallbladder to concentrate. So the concentrated bile is that condition that can help break down any fat in any food we eat. And the fat or oil is the source of fat-soluble vitamins and fatty acid, omega-3, which is so beneficial for the body. You see, if you don't have concentrated bile in your gallbladder and your gallbladder is already removed, when the liver produces bile, it can concentrate. It can just be injected in the system when even it's not needed. And when you eat, you won't get it. And so you're going to lack with time, you're going to lack vitamin A. Vitamin A is important for our vision. And if you are so deficient, it can even cause blindness. Vitamin A is important for immune system, for children growing, for hair growth, for the reproductive function, that is fertility, and then fetal development. Vitamin D, which is another fat-soluble vitamin, which you need a concentrated bile in the gallbladder to extract the vitamin D, is also important to shepherd calcium and other minerals into your bones. But vitamin D doesn't stop there. It's very important for your immune system, and it's important for kidney health. Another fat-soluble vitamin which the concentrated bile salt in your gallbladder that is injected in your system can remove is the vitamin E, which is an antioxidant. It protects an antioxidant. That vitamin E protects the body cells. The body cells are the building block of the body. And the body cells is you, the human body. So if you don't have enough of antioxidant like this vitamin E, you will have illness. You will age very quickly. You will have diseases easily. Vitamin K is another fat-soluble vitamin that you need concentrated bile in the gallbladder to work to extract it. It's a very important, it plays a very important role. It plays a role in blood clotting. So if you are deficient in vitamin K, what happens is that if you have a cut, you can bleed to death. But it doesn't stop there. Vitamin K is very important for insulin sensitivity. So in other words, it can prevent diabetes if you have enough vitamin K. It prevents insulin resistance, which is the primary cause of diabetes type 2. So vitamin K is important here. Vitamin K also removes calcium from soft tissues like your blood vessels into your bones. So if you're lacking vitamin K, you can have plaques or buildup in your blood vessels like your arteries, which can lead to heart disease or stroke. The fatty acid is another substance or nutrient that we get from the fat that we eat or we have in our food. And without a concentrated bile in the gallbladder, you wouldn't get the omega-3. And that is, the omega-3 is important to prevent heart disease and stroke. It's important to help control lupus, eczema, and rheumatoid arthritis, which are all autoimmune disease. So it means that omega-3, which is fat nutrients actually, is important for this immune system, for its immune system to work beautifully. Omega-3 is also important to protect us from a lot of cancers. It's also important for our brain health. That is the cognitive function. It's also important to prevent obesity So you see, these benefits are there for you if you keep your gallbladder. But if you let somebody tell you, a doctor tell you that you can live without it because you have too much pain in your gallbladder, and you remove it, well, you can live without it, but with consequences. Gradually, your life will never be the same. There are other reasons why we shouldn't remove, apart from what I've shared with you. Through the bile, you remove toxins, the poisons from drugs or the environment, heavy metals from your body. Through the bile, which is in your gallbladder, which if you have, will help remove bilirubin from the body. Bilirubin is what? Is a waste product of hemoglobin. That is the red blood cells when they age and they break down. The waste product is hemoglobin. And that is bilirubin. And this bilirubin can be toxic if it's not removed by the help of this bile. So if you don't have enough of this bile, it will be difficult for your body to get rid of this bilirubin. It's also important, if you have the gallbladder, you have this bile salt concentrated in your gallbladder, will help digest protein and starches or the carbohydrate, not only to help absorb these fat-soluble vitamins, which I've mentioned. Of course, the key function here is to help remove or absorb in absorption of these fat-soluble vitamins, vitamin A, D, E, and K, which I've mentioned. So it's helped to absorb that. The bile that is concentrated, that is the bile salt, or enough of this bile, if you have your gallbladder, will help prevent infections. There's a situation or condition called SIBO, that is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. What is it? It is a condition that there is overall bacterial population, overpopulation, of course, in your small intestine. There will be unwanted bacteria from your large bowels, that is your colon. They migrate into your small intestines, and they can bring very serious disease. But if you have enough bile and it's concentrated in your gallbladder, you can prevent this problem. Bile that is concentrated in your gallbladder will help the liver to function beautifully. And so that is another benefit here. And it also, when it's concentrated, it will help to dissolve gallstones even in your gallbladder. And as I was saying, if you have enough bile in a gallbladder, it will help also control your blood sugar. Remember, there are consequences even in the surgical removal of the gallbladder. Example, when you have, after removing your gallbladder, research has shown that you can't even digest any food that you eat. Always you have indigestion. Apart from that, the location where, or the area where they cut through to remove your gallbladder, you always have pain there. Always you'll be in pain, and you could have infections. It could also cause blood clots, and it could cause bile duct injury or damage. It could cause even hernia. It will weaken your muscles in your abdomen. It could lead to unnecessary diarrhea here and there and fevers. And it can also cause heart attack or heart problems in the future. So you see, there are a lot of reasons why you should never have your gallbladder surgically removed. I believe these are good reasons enough for you. And you see, ignorance can be very costly. So I believe after listening to this, you will never, no matter what, remove your gallbladder, because there are medicines, natural medicines, to break down the stones and flush out these gallstones, which normally will cause pain, and that will lead you to the hospital to have, because you're too much pain, you will even beg them to remove your gallbladder. But it should never happen. You may be listening to me today. You may have problem with your liver or gallbladder or any chronic disease. It may be you or someone else. please, I'm putting this number online. Share the number, be blessing to somebody, or give me a call. The number is WhatsApp. If you're calling outside the UK, it's +44 738 464 7300. If you're calling within the UK, it's 0738 464 7300. If you want more information, visit me on my YouTube channel. Put in Dr. James Natural Link. Dr. James Natural Link there. Go there. There are a lot of presentations there. Share the presentation. Be a blessing to someone. Also, you listen to those presentations and don't be ignorant. And subscribe so that I don't miss the powerful programs I put on every week. Thank you so much for listening.